What is going on, guys? My name is Matt, also known as MMR, and in today's video I will be diving into how to use the EVERFIT app, how to log in your food, how to log in your check-in sheets, and how to fill in all the things you need to fill in on your workouts. So first, if you have downloaded the app, great. If you haven't, if you go to your Play Store right now and download the EVERFIT app, which looks like this on the screen, so that's the logo, what it looks like on the Apple Store and also the Google Store. So if you download the app, you would have got an email from EVERFIT to create an account. If you do that, if you haven't done that already, please do it now before continuing watching the rest of this video. And if you have already done it, please open you up right now, which will look like this. So when you log in for the first time, there's a few things to dive into. First things first, you have the date, which is today, June 9th of the recording. It'll have your name on the top left. And also, if it's your workout day, you'll have your today's workouts. And if it's not your workout day, it'll say to you, rest up, or it'll have like a funny quote saying, today's rest day, enjoy your time off or something, or enjoy your rest, etc. So then underneath it, you'll have tasks to complete, which myself or the other coaches would have assigned you to do. So on the day, when you open that app, you will have a task to complete. Like for today's task, you have start form. Then underneath it, you've got the step tracker, which will show you later how to integrate the MyFitnessPal, but also your Google Fit as well to track your steps. Then your nutrition, where you can log your meals, and a food journal. Then on the bottom, you have coaching. So if you click coaching, you can see in the last 7 days how many tasks you've completed, what your average macros have been this week. So you'll have a chart. The food journal, if you've logged anything in, and also what is your meal plan for the scheduled week. At the bottom as well, you'll have resources. So when you get started, it'll take you to the on-demand section, which is here. So you'll be able to click the resources and you'll be able to go through all the nutritional side of things, all the videos, motivation videos, and also educational content that we will be uploading on this app. So everything that has been assigned to you that you need to see will be on the on-demand section and everything will be categorized. So like welcome to the team, nutrition, motivational boost, and all that other good stuff. So that's the main point of the screen. So firstly, we'll go into how to log a workout. So when you come into your first session, you will have been assigned a session on the day for that day particularly. For me, for example, today we'll go with push/pull 5-3. So if you click start workout, and then it'll tell you the overall workout. So you'll have your block A, which is main strength, block B, upper build, and then block C, arms and delts, and then the little finisher at the very end. So that gives you an overall overview of the workout, what you need, which is barbells, dumbbells, and resistance bands. Then you would click start workout. So then you could, you'll have this option to start the section as it was block A. So you press start section, and then basically you fill it in as it goes. So on the top bit, you can open the video and see how to do the form correctly if you are training by yourself. If you're using this app for online coaching, you can use these videos to help you how to execute the form. And obviously, if you are in a group setting with us, and one of our coaches is busy and you need a quick reminder on how to do the exercise, you can just click the video and watch it. Then what you can do is you've got the logos underneath the name. So you've got the name of the exercise. Also, you've got the tick box, which kind of shows your history. So once you start filling it in, we can see the history of your progression. So if you start seeing that you've been hitting the same weight weekly, we will aim to push you to hit more, or find out the reasons why you weren't able to go up. So if it's any injuries or anything, you can leave it in the comment section here, and that's the history of your comments. So say if last week you were on holiday and the gym didn't have any more weights, you can put that in there and the coach, myself or the other coach, will know exactly what's happening. To leave a comment, you click this little comment icon and you can write down anything you want. You can upload a GIF, or you can take a photo of a particular thing. And then obviously click send. So we'll just put random in. So for example, went on holiday and didn't have more weight. And then you click send. And then myself or the other coaches would see that in your history, but also when you go into comments history, you can see everything, which comment you made about which particular workout. From there, you have the option to add the exercise before, add an exercise after, or make it a superset. This section and part is really, really irrelevant for you. You won't really use that as our client, because we would have had assigned everything that's a superset as a superset, and the order of the exercises you should have executed in anyway. Then what we have is the three dots. So when you click the three dots, you can add an extra set if you've done an extra set. You can replace exercise. So if you have an injury, for example, and you can't do barbell incline press and you need to do machine, all you click is replace exercise. Write down the exercise you want to replace it with. So like chest press machine, and then you'd click that and then click confirm. And now would switch it out, and then you would fill in your weight and also the reps. So on the machine, you can kind of go a little bit heavier. So with the machine, all you would do is put 35 kgs, for example, and select the reps for 10. Update, tick it. So once you tick it and rest has been assigned, you can rest a minute and 12 seconds or a minute or whatever the timer has been specified. If you want to, if you're in a bit of a rush, you can skip timer, and then you'll be able to proceed to make the next set. So then say on your next one you went up to 45 and you did 10 reps as well. Then you tick it and another timer would come on. You can remove the time, rest time, you can add it. So if you're feeling fresh, you feel like you can control the timer a little bit and reduce the timer because your recovery is quite well, you can do that, and obviously the timer will limit and drop down, or you can press skip timer again. Once you fill it all in, it will automatically swipe to the next section. So for this one, for example, we have the barbell bent over row and dumbbell side lying raises as a superset. So what this means is, it means you do the bent over rows and then the side lying single arm raise back to back, and then you rest for a minute. So for example, say if dumbbell rows we did 40 and we did 8 reps, we would mark that down, tick the box, it gives you a timer, skip the timer, and go straight into the next exercise. So say we did 5 kgs for 15 reps. Update, click that, and obviously it ticks it off. So hopefully that makes a bit more sense to you. Then obviously the timer should appear either during the workout or at the end of the superset. It kind of depends how your coach structures it independently. So it's based from coach to coach. And then, yeah, you'd mark everything accordingly as it is. What this app does as well is when you put in your, like as you can see on here, I put 40 kilograms with 6 reps. On my next set, it premeditates the weight I'm going to use. So if you're going up, just remember to always mark it down as you're going up. So it always will fill out the weight for your rest of your sets automatically. So if you're staying on the same weight, obviously that's just premeditated, pre-emptied for you already. You just have to make sure the reps are also accurate as well, and then you just fill it in accordingly as such. Make sure everything's ticked, because otherwise it won't let you go to the next stage. So once you mark it, it's all sorted and pressed to the next one, then obviously you have your next set of exercises. When you go through to the very bottom, you can mark all supersets as done, skip timer, and then obviously click done, and that'll just say block A completed, and you'll go to the next block. Then you would press start section for the next block and continue the same thing onwards until you start finishing all of everything. So when you go to the end of your workout, you complete everything, you will see this section at the very end. Let me just go through it. So you'll see where you have completed X amount of exercises out of X, and 4 out of 4 workout sections, or 1 out of 4 workout sections. So us as coaches, we can see that. So if you don't finish all your exercises, we will be questioning and checking why is that so. So then all you do is swipe to end the workout. Then that calculates how much you've lifted, and for today's narrative, we have lifted 3 nah holes. When you have, hope I pronounced that right, by the way, and when you have filled that out week on, every week, it will show you the numbers from last week and then this week, and it'll let you know how many PBs you have hit, if you have increased the overall weight across your supersets, across your sets, or across one particular exercise. So everything is dated, everything has data input, which means us as coaches, we can narrate and also understand what you've been doing for your workout, so we can hold you accountable and disciplined throughout if we can't physically be there. After that, obviously, once you finish your workout, it'll give you full workout detail statistics when you press the X button at the top, which shows you obviously 1 rep max of what it should be, what have you done, and all that other good stuff. and then you can rate how the workout was. So if you rate the workout here, for example, which was moderate, or you can rate it challenging, then us as coaches know exactly whether the workout was challenging or not. And if it's too difficult, we can figure out on our check-in, why was it difficult? We can have a chat with you. And if it was due to some injuries, if it was due to volume, we can alter that and adapt that accordingly with your plan week on and week on. So once you finish that, once you've done all that, press the X button and that's you finished. And then once you're finished, it'll just say completed. Then for your check-in form, if you have a task, whether it's a form or progress photos, say for this sake, it's the check-in sheet. So you press start form, fill in the details of your information. Make sure to provide all the information accurately and accordingly. All data that's inputted from yourself is GDPR protected, so no one else apart from the coaches see this data. So all data is protected for your privacy. So then you fill it all out, say, I don't know, you're 190 centimeters, kgs, 105 for example. What is your experience with fitness? New to working out, click OK. What are your main reasons for exercising? Losing weight, increase muscle, tone up, reshape body, and improve flexibility. Okay, and then what does success look like for you? Feel stronger, have more energy, and improve mental health. What sort of physical activity do you enjoy? So for me, say walking, playing sports, strength training, and also hiking. Then you click OK. Then obviously on here as well, you have what challenges have stopped you from achieving your goals in the past. So click anything that is that represents you and represents the reason for preventing you reaching your goals. If you clicked OK, then obviously so where are you working out currently and what equipment do you use, so you can kind of pick the right one that you obviously suits you best, and you click submit. Then that form gets submitted to ourselves and we can see all your answers. We get notified on email and also through the app. Then for your progress photos, you would click the task, then you can take photos on the app. What I would suggest you do is you take the photos on camera normally and then go into open album, select the photos and add them in. It also asks you to input your weight in as well. So if you do that and then click submit, then myself or the other coaches will be able to see your body composition photos, your weight, and see exactly where you are. Then on the body metrics, you put your weight in on here as well. So say this week you weighed in at 105. It gives us the time you checked in. So if we say to you, check in every morning, after you wake up. If for some reason your check-in's been done in the evening, that allows us to dive into the data, understand why, and then we know if you checked in the evening one week, we know why you've gone up in weight, because you'll be retaining more water and all that other good stuff that we need to know. So then we can obviously just monitor it and understand everything we need to know to make sure we will produce the best results for you. Then you click add at the very bottom. You can put all your metrics for your waist, etc. But once you finish, you click the tick button at the bottom. It will say task completed, and then that goes blue rather than grey, and that lets us know that you've completed the tasks. And again, every time you do something, we get notified when you've completed them. Same with your step tracker. So to integrate the app for your step tracker, if you go to the bottom right, which says you, then what you want to do is click the top right, your logo, which is the settings bar, and then click app integration. With the app integration, you can connect to what you have, which could be a Fitbit, MyFitnessPal, a Garmin watch, or Google Fit. You can click it, follow the instructions that pop up on the screen with the app, also your phone settings, enable everything you need to enable on your end, and then sync it up. And once it's successfully connected, you'll have what I have on here with Google Fit. It says connected, and that will basically read all the data from your watch into the app and log it, so we know exactly what's happening. Then on to the logging a meal. For your nutrition, if you have like a calorie target like I have on here, you can press log meal and search for any types of food. So for example, say if we search rice, it'll come up with different variations of rices. Say we want to add this rice in, the top one. We say, for example, I've eaten 100 grams of rice. It tells you the calories, the protein, the carbs, and the fats. You click log, and that adds it in. So now, if I go back to my main screen, refresh the page, and then go into it, it'll say 130 calories consumed, and I still have 3,504 calories left. And if I hit my protein targets, my carb target, and my fat target, that is recorded daily. So then we know when you check in once a week, we know exactly what you've hit, where you fell short, and what we need to focus on the area of improvements, and explain to you what you've did fantastically great. So we always have the balance of both. Then on the inbox, you can, when you click the inbox button at the bottom, you'll be able to see what your coach has said to you, and you can message your coach through it. So you can message voice notes, you can message normal text, or you can send photos if needed. Then on the on-demand section on the bottom right, you'll have all the resources available to you. So any resources that we feel would be suitable for yourself, whether from teaching or whether the information we need you to understand. If you click getting started or whatever the block is that we've assigned for you, you'll be able to click anything and everything, and we'll have variations of things like PDF files for nutrition or motivational videos from YouTube that will be assigned on here. So anything that we think is valuable to you, you'll have it on the on-demand section. So please check it weekly to see if there's any new content that's come out, but also you'll be notified on your email as well. And if you go to the U section, you'll have your metrics for the week, what your goals are, etc. So you can click your progress photos. You'll be able to click your steps, your forms, questionnaires, and also recipe collections if we've given you any recipes and you've saved them from the PDF files, and also your activity history. So when you click activity history, you can see previously how many workouts you've completed, which will be highlighted in blue, and the days you've missed will obviously not be highlighted, so they'll just be grayed out. And you can do that and track back your progress if you are also into data. If not, leave it to us. We'll track everything and make sure all is complete and accurate. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you use EVERFIT. If you guys have any other further questions, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to dive into it. But when you come to the one-to-one sessions, or when you come to the group coaching sessions, if you have any questions, just ask them there. We'll be able to go them through all the detail you need to know on the app, or how to use Clubbrite as well. So yeah, but thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this video was insightful for you, and I apologize for rambling, but hopefully that covered all the areas you need to know to make sure you start your fitness journey comfortably and you are ready to rock and roll for your next session. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.